How to make distilled water. First we're going to fill up this 5-gallon stainless steel container. And we are going to take some distilled white vinegar. And on this run, we're going to sanitize stainless steel first. So just put a little distilled vinegar into the water. We're going to bring it up to the first set of lines on the container. That should do that. Somehow I got to pick this thing up. Hi, dear. Love you. So let's put you down right here for a minute. And we're gonna pick this guy up. Oh yeah, needed 2 hands for that. And I'm using my induction stove. And we're going to take the top lid. Make sure you tighten up your thermometer and your out. When you go to clamp these down, clamp each side first. Alrighty. So we are somewhat good to go there. Let's go ahead and connect the other parts. So we're going to take our thumper and let's open the thumper. Let's make sure that the ring sits evenly on the thumper here. Gonna have to put you guys right there. And we're going to take that ring and spread it out around the outside rim. You can see that this ring here has a slice in it. So what you're going to do is put it around the outside, just like so. So it sits on there evenly. And we got the ring on the thumper. And what we're going to do also is tighten down the connections. Make sure they're tight enough to make it airtight. And right now what we're doing is we're just sanitizing the stainless steel. We'll go ahead and clamp down the thumper. I just dropped one of these little rubber bushings. That will be the ins and outs of the thumper. And right here we'll connect the one leg of the thumper, like so. And then the other leg of the thumper, we're missing the rubber as well, which fell off over here. And on that one, we're going to connect this guy, the condenser. Now this will have cold water coming in there. And gonna have to put you down again. Let's see if I can get you in a good spot. And you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to connect the condenser and we'll tighten that up as well. Okay, and we're going to put that just like that, just like so. And I believe we have our setup there. Let's get a big pot for our collector. This will be where the water comes out and goes into the collector pot. And then we're going to have a chiller effect going here. And I'm going to take some ice. Take a bag of ice. Actually, we're going to put it into this here. We'll make this our chiller pot. And that's what we'll use for the condenser. And we're going to put cold water in there. That means we'll need another pot for a collector. And what we'll do is we'll have a bigger pot here for the collector. And I think we're pretty much almost ready to go. Get my cold water here. So right here we got cold water for the condenser. And we're going to stick this into the cold water. And not too sure about that pump. I think what we'll do for right now is we're going to add some cold water into the thumper. All right, there you go. So we just figured out what to do. So we're going to dry off my wet counter with a towel. And I believe the circulation pump there is what it is. It's for circulating. Let's go ahead and turn it on. And this will boil pretty quick. We'll go ahead and hopefully that stays on. And we'll see the process here. We might have an issue with this pot. Didn't turn on. We're going to slide it over to this side and see if there's a difference. There's our collector pot. This is the cold water pot. Probably needs just a little bit more in there. Let's put this on high and see if this side will work with the stainless steel. I think it is. Go ahead and add a little bit more water in that condenser. Obviously you need it higher than the outlet there. Like I said, right now we're just going to sanitize it, run some distilled white vinegar through it. Once we get it up to a certain temperature, we're going to watch the temperature increase. We're looking for about 170, 180. And as it starts to go up, we'll see vapors come out of the thumper. So we'll see vapors come out of the mash pot, we'll call this, which I can feel it shaking. It'll come up through here, go into the thumper. The thumper will leave any heavy metals, any contaminants in the water, which this is purified well water going through my filter, so it's already been filtered. Then it'll come up out of the thumper into the condenser where it cools down, and it'll come out and drip out of here into this collector pot. I bought this system here. It's for making liquor, wine, beer, or distilled water. I bought it for my distilled water. Seems like a perfect setup. It's not expensive. Bought it on Amazon for I think 220 bucks, give or take some change. And from there, I think that's we're on our way. It's first time using it. I looked for some videos to explain how this system works, and they're pretty vague. So I'm creating a video to explain it better. It's a 5-gallon setup here with the thumper. And you want the thumper too. The thumper here is basically catches any leftover, carryover. And you can go with 1, 2, or 3 thumpers. And you could, basically, it's like distilling once, twice, or 3 times. You can throw it back in and distill it again. But the more thumpers you add, the cleaner the product will be. And you can see the temperature is starting to increase. And there's the setup. So I'll learn a little bit more about the cold water circulation. I think that right now with this cold water, just for cleaning out the system, sanitizing it, I think this will work. I'll do a little more research. Yeah, I don't know where the water goes from here. Not too sure about this. There's only one inlet at it, so if it's made to, you think it would circulate, but I don't see how that. If you only have one in, one out, or one in, unless this pump sits in the water, it's a submersible, which I almost tend to think it is, but I'm not going to stick no 110 in no damn water and touch some stainless steel here. I know better. Yeah, I hope you guys know better too. So I'll find out if that is submersible, and if it is, it would also go into the ice water, and then the ice water would circulate, which makes sense to me. But right now it doesn't make sense because there's just one inlet or outlet, if you want to call it. So I'm going to have to check on that. But I got the valves turned off right now, and the water's cold, so the condenser will be colder than the steam that comes up here. Now right now you can see we're climbing. We're up to about 60, 70, about 80 degrees and climbing. One thing great about these induction stoves, would tampered down. One thing great about these induction stoves is that don't take long to boil. But obviously I must have leaned on there and knocked the temperature down. So it will drastically get hot quick now, and I'll have it on high. Hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's see what's going on here. It's climbing quick. Feel the pot getting real warm. Feel it bubbling. Remember, there's no flames here. This is an induction stove. The recipe book, the instruction book that comes along with it, gives you some recipes. How to make rum. Aging. How to make mead. Whiskey, watermelon, peach, moonshine, brandy, sweet feed, moonshine, watermelon, elderberry, moonshine, brandy, Mountain Dew. Some good stuff in here. I've never made alcohol before. I don't know if I really want to. Never made beer, which I like to. And distilled water is what I'm shooting after. I want to make my own alkaline and infused water by using different fruits and vegetables. What I didn't know, which I started to learn, is the outer skin on fruits is where the oils and the flavors come from. So in this distilling, you can break down the skins and distill them and pull out pure oil. And the oil from the skins would come out this end. And you would have pure oils, and you can do anything you want with the oils. But remember, oil and water does not mix. So there's a little chemistry going on here. And the pot's starting to get a good boil going. We're about 90 degrees. Benny? Ben. What you doing, boy? Go lay down. Hopefully he's going to lay down. Benny, come on, boy. I don't trust him. He's getting old. Come on, let's go outside. Go outside. Go get him. Go get the bad ones. Yeah, he's getting old. He's turning 10. These dogs that big only last 10 years. and pretty much birthday party. Pretty much, you got to keep an eye on them because they'll be shitting everywhere. Don't want that. So we're up to 100 degrees. We want to get it up to 170. And obviously it takes a minute. Drinking some water right now. I've been buying this alkaline 10 pH water, which it's good, but I tested it with the test strip, and yeah, it's not 10. It's a freaking lie. It's a lie. It's not 10. Where is my test strips? Yep, all my stuff disappears. Test strips. Yeah, they're going to be in here somewhere. Test strips, test strips, test strips. Where'd you go? Well, can't test the water. There they go. Now these are test strips for humans, for saliva and urine. So let's go ahead and, while we're killing time, while the temperature's increasing. Everything's still cold, except for this guy. Let's go ahead and do a test strip here. I want to show you something. The reason I'm interested in alkaline water is because your body supposedly has 80% water and 20% mass. And I find that to be not so true also, because what I found out is that fat tissue on your body takes up the place where water would be. So the fat can overtake the water space, and you could have less water than you need, or less water than you're supposed to have, and that's not good. So fat tissue in your body takes up water space. Remember that. So here we're testing the water. We'll give that a minute or so. And then we're going to do one more test. I want to show you what's great, which is baking soda, which I use religiously every day. And now I'm going to take baking soda, and we're going to just put just a couple drops, right? And let's mix that up. And then once you see the difference, just a little bit baking soda. Just a tad, right? And we're going to take a strip now. And we'll dip it in the water with the baking soda. And you can see it came out a lot greener. Let's get you on the black here. Let's get you on the white. Yeah, that's better. So you can see the difference in color on the bottom. Let's put the lid on here. And let's do one more thing. Let's take this and we're going to stick it in my mouth. Okay. And we're going to put that over here. And we're going to alkaline test my body. Now, I've been on a diet for 3 weeks. That's why you haven't seen me on YouTube or my channel. Is I've been working out and eliminated all sugar and regulating, running, working out, no sugar, and a strict diet to alkaline my body. And you could see so far this color. Let's match that color up. So we're going to take this, we'll go over here. So I would say that's more like a 6.75 to 7.0. And they're claiming it's a 10 pH. It's a lie. Now let's go to my saliva. And let's see where I'm sitting. That's a little, that could be it. Let's go to this side. Yeah, it's different than that side. More like this one. 7.25, my saliva. So I have an alkalinity. That means the water in my body is sitting at a balanced 7.25. Now this is with the spot of baking soda, which I love, because this puts it up in an 8.0. Yep, not 8.5, but 8.0, which I love. Because I put a little spurt of this in my water in the morning before I go to work. Why is it important to have alkalinity? Well, your pancreas is in charge, like a control module, of your alkalinity that's being released in your body. It releases secretions of alkalinity. And up until you're about 27 to 30, your body is in charge of how much alkalinity, not you and what you put in there. So the way it works is your metabolism is controlling the pancreas, and that metabolism, when it slows down at a natural age of 27 to 30 in most people, you will decrease the alkalinity in your body, and that's where your body becomes acidic. Why is that important? Let's check the temperature here.